Well, good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I am going to do the spiritual principle a day in a meditation for October the 19th. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and get into that screen and see what we have here. The title of the meditation is Tapping into Creativity. When we are spiritually connected, creativity flows through us. This doesn't necessarily mean that we paint or make music, though it can, but that we can see solutions to problems and find satisfaction in doing whatever we do as best we can. Now, that comes from the Living Clean book, chapter 6, Work. Many of us develop a deeper spiritual connection as we dig into our step work, especially when we get to step 11. We explore creative ways to meditate or connect to our higher power, and we discover multiple avenues for inspiration in our lives. Creative expression takes many forms. One member shared, creativity is not just about art or music. It can be that spontaneous kind gesture we do for another human being. We learned that it doesn't cost a thing to carry our passion for living with us everywhere we go. When we tap into a spiritual connection, it can be like hitting our stride in a marathon. Somehow the world seems quieter and our purpose in it takes on new clarity. Our path through recovery comes into focus and it leads us into lives filled with meaning. We find joy in being useful to others and enjoy the satisfaction of a job well done. Our connection to our higher power helps us access our creativity and use it to amplify our service. We're increasingly able to discern the quiet voice of our conscience, a voice many of us identify as a direct connection to our higher power. Letting our intuition guide our creative acts of kindness is an art in itself. Today, I will look for ways to harness my creativity in service to the fellowship and the rest of humanity. I will cultivate my spiritual connection to allow creativity to flow through me. Now, let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. Please and thank you. Isn't that a powerful meditation talking about tapping into creativity and how creativity can actually flow through us in different ways, I want to say, other than just the artistic ways that we think of, painting, singing, writing poetry, although it can apply to all of those areas. Many of us get clean and we find out that we're really gifted in certain areas and then we take off in artistic ways. Or maybe we're prone to go to school. We're very studious and we do very well academically. We clean up and we find out that we have all these talents, these gifts, and we're creative individuals. We're naturally creative. We're resourceful and we can come up with ways and strategies to take care of business and do things. That's what this is talking about. This is talking about our spirits waking up and being connected to a higher power, maintaining conscious contact and asking that higher power for the power and the strength to, one, the knowledge of his will, but the power and strength to carry it out. It's talking about the 11th step being applied in everyday living. And in particular, it's talking about service work, finding ways to creatively be of service, not just to the fellowship, but to humanity. That's what this says exactly, right? To humanity. So we don't apply these spiritual principles just with the people that we know in the fellowship, right? Just with our family. We go out there and we live our lives and become productive members of society, and we find ways to be of service, to give back, to pay it forward with humanity at large. We can be of service to one another, but we can also be of service to the people that we work with. We can be of service to the people that we encounter uh, day to day. A smile to a stranger is an odd thing, but I guarantee you, you smile at someone and say, "How are you doing today?" They'll be surprised. They may not even be able to respond. They're so shocked. They might think that you're crazy, right? Because no one really asks them, how are they doing, and actually stands there and wait for an answer. You know, those salutations are just so flippant, right? They're so quick, and no one's really listening for the response that other people are giving or the lack of response that people are giving. I am I don't know. I feel like I'm a person that really has grown into loving and caring about other people, oftentimes that I don't even know. Now, I don't do this on an elevator that's full of people, but when I get on the elevator and there's just maybe three or four of us, I have no problem saying good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? And getting off the elevator and say, I hope you have a beautiful day. I have no problem doing that because no one is asking other people how they're doing. No one is showing other people, that random people, that they care. And so that's what this is talking about, tapping into creativity in a way that goes beyond what we know it as artistically, and coming up with ways to actually be of service to others, not just the people we know, but the people that we don't know, the people that aren't going to thank us, the being of service in a way that doesn't always draw attention to ourselves, anonymously being of service. It doesn't take much. You can go right into your neighborhood and pick up trash, I'm sure, or downtown and be of service and pick up something that doesn't belong there. Such an icky feeling to pick up someone else's trash. But grab a napkin, just pick it up, throw it away at the next trash can that you see. Takes nothing in the parking lot, those random shopping carts to push them into the carousel. It takes nothing to do that. Here's a simple thing. When you're shopping and you have your shopping cart, don't leave it in the parking lot. Just take it to where it belongs so that it can be collected and put back in the building and useful to other people. There's so many ways that we can be creative and of service to others. I think that I have exhausted this particular meditation, but I know that you have not. Because as you go through your day, just like as I go through mine, I will be thinking of ways to tap into my creativity, ways that I can actually use the new me to benefit others and not just myself. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I'm going to have a beautiful day on purpose. I hope that you do the same. Make sure that you're creative today and that you have a beautiful day on purpose because if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for you. And I believe you deserve it. Talk to you tomorrow.